So for check-in, if you want to have your stick, you're welcome to use that. So you can grab that if you want it. And just begin the process of settling in. If you want to close your eyes, you can do that. Bring yourself into your body. Using the stick if you have that, using your breath. You can scan your body. It's beginning the process of taking control of what's happening here. Knowing that you can make adjustments as you need to if circumstances arise that require that. Your brain's doing backflips, just acknowledge those thoughts and bring yourself back into your body. Just take a few more breaths. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them. If you do have your stick, just place that off to the side. And we'll just start with some shoulder circles or shoulder rolls, alternating forward and backward, periodically changing the position where you change direction. Knowing that you can do that at any point. Doesn't always have to be in the same way. A good way for you to know that your body can handle that, doing the simple things. Do one more in each direction. And then same concept, we'll just expand, lengthening the arms, doing big arm circles. Nice and relaxed. Just be mindful of coordinating your breath with the movement. One more time in each direction. Then from the hands in the down position and palms facing back, we'll start by raising the arms up. We'll be a little more intentional now. Keeping those shoulders down, especially as we raise them up over the head. As we get in that up position, we're going to try and pull back. Once you've maxed that out, then we start pulling out and down. Pulling as far back as you can as you let the arms come down. Engaging those muscles around the shoulder blades. And then allowing the hands to rotate back to the original position. And then from here, we'll reverse direction, pulling back as far as we can, then externally rotating those shoulders, bringing the arms up and back. And again, bringing those shoulders down as we raise the arms up. And in that up position, then we'll just come back down in front. And at the down position, we'll start again. We'll do one more time in each direction. Just go at a pace that suits you. Still breathing through this whole process. And good. And then with our arms down, we'll keep our hips square or stationary, and we'll just roll our shoulders over the top of the hips, again alternating the direction at various points. Just experimenting with that, knowing you can do it at any time. Still breathing. We'll do one more time in each direction. Then we'll keep the stationary shoulders and rotate the hips around. Again, just experimenting with that range of motion, seeing what's working for you today. Do one more time in each direction. Then we'll bring the feet together, hands just above the knees, and we'll rotate the knees. Same concept, varying the direction periodically. And the point in which you do that. One more time in each direction. And then we'll stand tall, pick one foot, and we'll just rotate that ankle so the toe is down. We're just rotating that foot around. Get experimenting with the range of motion on that ankle. One more time in each direction on this side. And then when you're ready, we'll transition to the other side and repeat that. One more time each direction. Then we'll finish here with heel and toe rockers. So all the way up onto the toes, and then trying to come up onto the heels and pulling those toes up without sliding those hips back. Trying to engage below the knee as well as we can. One more time. And then you can shake everything loose. Get a drink if you need it. We'll just need some handheld weights and a band at some various points here. Won't need a lot of weight for some of the things. And then if you want to go a little heavier on some of the leg stuff especially, you're welcome to do that. So we'll do these in blocks as well. So we'll start with the upper body. Everything will be in a standing position. This is one where you want to use light weight, and you have the option of using no weight for this as well. So we're going to be in this position, and we're just going to pull straight back like we're doing a row. Okay. And then we'll do different variants of that as we progress forward. So we'll start in about 10 seconds. And just being mindful of our shoulders as we do this. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Being mindful of having our feet well anchored to the floor and then keeping our posture in check. We're not doing anything with the head or the neck to accommodate the range of motion here or in the lower back. Standing nice and tall. Avoiding shrugging the shoulders. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And arms down. Take a break. Same concept, but instead of having the arms straight out, we're going to pull them out at 45 degrees and then row from there. So it's going to feel a little more pinchy in the back on your shoulder blades. So just accommodate your range of motion as well as you can. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. And the idea here is to feel the engagement through the shoulder blades and the upper back. Inhale and exhale. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Arms down. Next one will be arms out. And as we pull back, we're just focusing on the shoulder blades. So there's not going to be a lot of flexion and extension through the elbow. It's really about what's happening through the shoulder blades and trying to work your range of motion, fixating on that body part. So we'll start in 10 seconds. It's one of those concepts where less might be more from a range of motion perspective. 2, 1, and here we go. Ten seconds left. 2, 1, and arms down. In that same position we were just in, we're going to focus on external rotation and internal rotation at the arms, at the shoulders. So we're not just rotating at the elbows, we're rotating at the shoulders. We'll start in about 10 seconds. Again, if the weight starts to feel heavy, you can just go to lighter weight or no weight and focus on the movement. In 2, 1, and here we go. 15 seconds left. Three, two, and one. And then the final one will be holding that externally rotated position, and then we'll just focus on rotating at the forearm. So we're keeping the shoulder externally rotated, that stays there, and then all the movement happens through the forearm, okay? We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go. If you get too tired using the rotation, then just hold that externally rotated position. We have 10 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Catch your breath, grab a drink. We'll move to a leg block next. So if you want to use more weight for these, you can do that. Mostly forward and backward lunging. We'll interject a little bit of a squat in the middle of that as well, or excuse me, at the end of that. So in 15 seconds, we'll start with an alternating forward lunge. So take as long of a step as you'd like, and then alternate legs once you've begun. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go. Be mindful of your posture as you step out and step back. 15 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Same concept, but we're going to introduce an ever so slight kind of a sliver crossover. So we're just stepping across the midline of our body just a little bit, just enough to challenge your balance or your sense of balance a little bit. So not too extreme, just a sliver of a crossover with a forward lunge. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Being a very good example for you right now. It's like the slight crossover is more of a balance challenge than the large crossover. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Now we'll do a step back or a crossover, or excuse me, step back or a backward lunge. So we're going to step back, but keep the weight on that front leg, just a light touch with the back foot, and then alternating from there. Start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Keep breathing, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. So the same concept with the forward lunge, we'll do it with the backward lunge, just a very slight kind of a sliver crossover, just enough to send your balance into a frenzy like me on the last one. And just do your best to alternate from there. We'll start in 10 seconds. Do the best you can. Going in 5, 2, 1. Here we go. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We'll finish this block with a speed squat. So speed just means faster than what your normal pace is, as long as you're executing full range of motion all the way down and all the way up. Start in 15 seconds. And watch your knee position. Keep that solid while you do this. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and grab a drink, catch your breath. We're going to repeat the arm work that we did to start. You have the option to remain in a standing position, or you can hinge or bend over into whatever angle works with you. So being mindful that the more you angle yourself, the same amount of weight is going to start to feel heavier. It's going to change angles in terms of what you're feeling in your shoulders as well. Okay. So something to think about as you go through this. Remember, you can add or subtract weight at any point as well to accommodate what's happening with the different movements that we're doing. So we'll start in 10 seconds. We're starting with that front pullback or row. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Moving from this position to a 45-degree angle, either standing or bent over. Again, the more you bend over, you're going to start feeling it in other body parts, especially the legs and the lower back as you try to maintain that position. Just a little extra challenge if you want it. We'll start in 5 seconds, 45-degree angle, 2, 1, here we go. Again, be mindful of what's happening through the shoulder blades. Keep breathing. 15 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Now we go into this position, pulling back with the shoulder blades. Okay, again, bent over or standing, your choice. Becomes more challenging the more we take those arms out to the sides. We'll start in 10 seconds. Focus on the shoulder blades, not on the elbows. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Fifteen more seconds. Three, two, and one. With that same arm position, now the focus is on external rotation and then back to normal anatomical position. So really focusing on that external rotation, which is what's happening through the shoulder blades. Start in 10 seconds. You can be standing tall or hinged again like we have been. Starting in 5, in 2, 1. Here we go. Again, rotating at the shoulders. Five more seconds. 2, 1. Shake it loose. Now from that externally rotated position, we'll just rotate at the forearm. Okay, so again, standing tall or in that hinge position as we've been doing. Your choice. Again, you can mix these up as we go through them. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go. Hold that external rotation at the shoulder, and then internally and externally rotate the forearm. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath, grab a drink. Move on to the next block with legs again. So you'll be using the band intermittently with this. So we'll be taking the band on and off, so it'll give you a little extra time to accommodate that as you need to. So we have the band, we'll be doing squats, both super slow and then fast or speed squats. And then we're going to intermix some lunging with that. And we will start with a lateral lunge, so we're going to move sideways. Again, weight is an option. We'll start a lateral lunge in 10 seconds. Keep that body tall. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Fifteen more seconds. Two, one. Weights down. Grab your bands if you choose to use the band for a super slow squat. If your knees are iffy, keep the band below the knee, or excuse me, above the knee. If your knees are okay, keep the band below the knee. Still welcome to use weight if you'd like. Start in 10 seconds. Super slow, so we're exaggerating the slowness. See how few reps you can get as you do this. Here we go. In 2, 1, and we'll begin. Keep the hip over the knee and the knee over the foot. Fifteen more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. You can remove the band and continue to use the weight if you'd like. Bowler's lunge will be next. So we're swinging behind without translating our weight from side to side. So our body pretty much stays in place and we're just swinging the leg behind. So it's forcing the support leg to do more work. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Just a light touch with that swing foot. Keep the body up, try not to bend as you swing and lower. Fifteen more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. We'll grab our bands again. Position them in the same way as you did the first time. And we're back to that speed squat. Start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Full range of motion. Faster than normal pace. Whatever normal is for you. 15 seconds. Three, two, and one. Bands off. Finish this group with a crossover lunge. So the crossover is in front, dropping the hips down. So they'll feel like a little bit of a weight transfer from side to side. We'll start in 5 seconds. Pick your direction. In 2, 1, here we go. Keep the body up as you drop your hips. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink again. Got one more grouping of the arm movements that we've been doing. So again, your option of standing or being bent over, or you can intermix those as you desire, depending on how you feel with any of the movements that we're doing. Again, weight is an option. Focus more on technique. We'll start in 15 seconds. Starting in 10. In 5, 2, 1, here we go. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Same concept, but we're moving the arms out to 45-degree angles. Standing or bent over. Again, you can intermix these as you desire. Give yourself variety that you crave. Start in 10 seconds. Going in 5, 2, 1. Here we go. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Next one is same concept, but arms are out in the plane of our body, retracting the shoulder blades from there. Again, not too worried about what's happening with the elbows, trying to engage through the shoulder blades. Standing or bent over, we'll start in 10 seconds. Starting in 5, in 2, 1, here we go. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Arms still in that out position, and we're just focusing on external rotation and back to normal in that arm extended position, okay? Again, you can be standing or you can be hinged at whatever angle you desire. We'll start in 10 seconds. Going in 5, in 2, 1, here we go. Again, we've had a lot of practice, so really feel yourself engaging through the shoulder blades, knowing you can control what's happening there while keeping stability in the shoulder joint itself, not feeling those pinches or those bites that we are prone to sometimes. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And then last one, in that externally rotated position, holding it there, and then we're just gonna rotate the forearm, okay? Starting at 15 seconds. Hinged, standing, with or without weight, your choice. Focus on movement quality. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, we're externally rotated, and then we focus on the forearm from there. Nothing's happening in the shoulder once we have that externally rotated position. That just stays there, and everything happens through the forearms. Watch your lower back. We're not arching. Avoid the arch to get this external rotation. Keep your 3 points of contact. Hold that shoulder position from there. Five more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink, catch your breath. We've got one more grouping left. This time we will use the band the whole time. We will do some squats, so if you want to use a weight when we get to the squats, you're welcome to do that. There'll be the super slow and speed squat again. As we put the band on, the first time we're going to have it just around our ankles. And we're going to focus on balancing on our left foot, and with our right foot, we're going to reach to 12 o'clock and then back to 6 o'clock. So you get as much of a reach as you want, knowing that the band will get stiffer and stiffer the more you try to reach. Okay, we'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and here we go. Make this as much of a balance challenge as you'd like. Switching feet in 3, 2, and 1, balancing on the right, stepping with the left. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that band somewhere around your knees. We'll do a super slow squat. Can use weight if you'd like for this. Start in 10 seconds. Exaggerating that slowness. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. "15 more seconds. Looking good. 3, 2, and 1. Weights down if you have them. The band goes back around the ankles again. We're going to repeat what we did the first time, starting with the balance on the right foot. We did it on the left foot first last time, and then we'll transition. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Reaching with that left foot to 12 and 6. Balancing on the right. Switching feet in 5 seconds. 2, 1. Balance on the left. Moving with the right. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that band back up around the knees. Speed squat is next. You can weight up if you'd like. Speed squat starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. "15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Keep moving. Catch your breath. 1 left. Band around the ankles. And we're just going to do kind of a mini crossover. Keep that band around your ankle. You just cross over a little bit. Drop the weight down. Keep tension on the band. Cross to the other side. Keep the weight low as you can. Just a small crossover. Something to just make us think a little bit harder about our balance. Start in 5 seconds. Pick your direction. 2, 1. Here we go. Keeping tension on that band the whole time. 15 more seconds. Three, two, and one. You can remove that band, get a drink. And we'll finish the way we started for the most part. So we'll just start with those shoulder rolls, alternating forward and backward. And just starting to notice how things maybe feel different compared to when you did it the first time through. Trying to engage your body accordingly. One more time in each direction. And then we'll progress to the arm circles. Again, still experimenting where that transition occurs. One more time in each direction. And shake it loose. One time in each direction with that, with those circles that are more deliberate. So again, we'll start with our palms facing back. We'll raise the arms forward and up. Maximally control those shoulder blades as you pull the arms back as far as you can without pushing that head forward. Then pull out and back. As far back as you can. And as you start to come down, then the hands will rotate to the original position. And then when we're there, we'll just reverse it. So we're going to pull back as far as we can. Once we're there, then we'll externally rotate the shoulders, raise the arms out and back. That's it. When you're at that high point, then bringing them down in front. Very good. Okay, hands on hips, hips stationary, rotating the shoulders over the top. One more time in each direction. We'll keep the shoulders square and we'll rotate the hips again. One more time in each direction. Feet together, hands just above the knees. And we'll rotate the knees around. Still breathing. One more time in each direction. And standing tall, toe down, rotating an ankle. One more time in each direction, switching to the other foot. One more time in each direction. And then heel toe rockers, again, pulling the toes up and then coming up high onto the toes, trying to be under control as you raise and lower yourself in both directions. Two more. And then with a big inhale, reach as high as you can, keeping those shoulders down. And as you exhale, extend those arms out away from each other and down. And we'll call that done for today. Good job.